What's that? Anghkooye. It means remember.
Every great story boils down to one simple thing: a battle between good and evil. In the world of From, this has been the underlying theme since day one. We've watched the boy in white emerge as the mysterious hero, standing strong as a beacon of hope in a town filled with darkness and chaos. But what if he's not just a boy? What if he's a part of something much bigger, like maybe an angel sent to protect the innocent? Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Be careful because there will be spoilers from finale episode. In the explosive season 3 finale, we finally meet the villain we've all been waiting for, the Man in Yellow. With his haunting, fiery red eyes and a terrifying presence, it's impossible to ignore the fact that he might be something darker than just a villain. Could he be the embodiment of Satan himself? So now we know who's on the side of good and who's on the side of evil. But what's the real drama between them? What's the true story behind their conflict? And what's to come in season 4? Well, like many fans out there, I've got a theory that could explain everything. And today, we're diving deep into it. Let's break down everything we learned in the jaw-dropping From season 3 finale.
Maybe we're exactly what this place looks for.
Elgens Confession. In from season 3, episode 10, Boyd urgently seeks out Sarah Myers for her help after Ellis makes a shocking revelation. Ellis, who has been out searching for Fatima with Elgin, begins to suspect that Elgin is responsible for her disappearance. The unsettling way Elgin kept insisting that Fatima would be fine raises alarms for Ellis, and he believes Elgin's behavior points to something much darker: kidnapping Fatima. Boyd, reacting quickly, sends his team to the colony house to ensure Elgin stays put while he heads to find Sarah. When Boyd arrives at Sarah's house, he explains the gravity of the situation, highlighting that Elgin, like Sarah once did, has been hearing voices and having visions. Boyd believes that these voices led Elgin to kidnap Fatima, convincing him that he's doing the right thing as part of a larger, twisted plan to save everyone in Fromville. Having been manipulated by the voices herself, Sarah is seen as the only one who can reach Elgin and make him realize that these voices are not benevolent. After all, Sarah herself was once deceived into believing that killing Ethan would save everyone, and it cost her greatly. Boyd is certain Sarah is the one who can break through to Elgin and make him see the truth. However, when Boyd and the others confront Elgin at Colony House, the situation quickly escalates. Elgin refuses to believe that the voices are evil, insisting the kimono-wearing spirit is a guiding angel. Boyd then resorts to increasingly harsh measures, hoping to force Elgin to reveal Fatima's location. But the interrogation takes a turn when Boyd finds a manipulated photo of his own house, something that throws him off balance and makes him question everything. It's during this tense moment that Sarah steps in, but not in the way Boyd expected. While Boyd had hoped Sarah would talk Elgin down, Sarah, who understands the deep psychological grip these voices have, knows that words won't work. She also knows the lengths it takes to break someone under the influence of these manipulations, something she herself has painfully experienced. The guilt of having once tried to kill her brother, driven by the voices, weighs on her heavily. Sarah ultimately decides to take matters into her own hands. Knowing that Boyd might not be able to go as far as necessary without breaking, Sarah tortures Elgin herself, pushing him to the brink of death. It's through this brutal act that Elgin finally reveals the location of Fatima. She's being kept in the underground cellar. In this intense moment, Sarah's actions speak to her complex understanding of the influence the monsters have over the town's residents. She's done what Boyd couldn't, taking on the darkness herself to save Fatima and prevent Boyd from living with the burden of killing an innocent man. Fatima and her child. In the gripping narrative of Season 3, Episode 9, Fatima finds herself ensnared in a nightmarish ordeal. After being coerced into consuming Elgin's blood, both he and the grotesque creature growing within her have caused her pregnancy to accelerate unnaturally. As her body undergoes this rapid transformation, Fatima is overwhelmed by the physical torment of the writhing monster inside her, each movement sending waves of agony through her. Desperate for assistance, she calls out, but her pleas echo in vain. In a moment of frustration, she hurls the jar of blood against the wall, shattering it. A glimmer of hope sparks as she notices a jagged shard of glass, a potential weapon in her dire situation. Yet the only target is the very being that threatens her life. Torn between survival and self-harm, Fatima contemplates using the shard to cut into her own flesh, aiming to end the monstrous life within. Just then, the enigmatic woman in the kimono reappears, seemingly summoned to prevent Fatima from inflicting harm upon herself or the creature. In a swift motion, she forces the shard against Fatima's throat, punishing her for her reckless thoughts. The spirit then declares that the time for birth has come. As Fatima's water breaks, she is guided to a bed, where the ghostly figure assists her in the labor process. As the moment of delivery arrives, the trapdoor Fatima had previously discovered begins to rise, revealing a hidden staircase beneath. The spectral woman takes the newborn, a grotesque mass of flesh and blood devoid of any recognizable features, and descends the stairs into a shadowy chamber, following a sinister plan laid out with her accomplices. As the tension mounted, Boyd and Ellis raced towards the cellar, their hearts pounding with urgency. They had just learned that Fatima was trapped inside, and the chilling sound of her screams echoed through the air, signaling the arrival of new life. But when they finally burst through the door, they were met with an unsettling silence. Fatima was alone, the cries of birth now a haunting memory. In a moment of revelation, Fatima shared a dark truth that sent shivers down their spines. The monsters, once human, had made a horrific pact, sacrificing their own children to gain the twisted gift of immortality. Boyd, realizing the gravity of the situation, quickly instructed Ellis and Kenny to escort Fatima to Colony House for her safety. He needed to investigate the underground chamber further, so he descended the creaking stairs, drawn by the presence of a kimono-clad spirit. Peering around the corner, Boyd's breath caught in his throat as he witnessed a shocking scene unfold. The object of Fatima's labor lay on the ground, surrounded by the monstrous figures who were engaged in a grotesque celebration. The heap of flesh pulsated and writhed, gradually morphing into a more defined shape. To Boyd's horror, a creature emerged from the mass, revealing itself to be the Smiley creature, a monster they thought had been vanquished in earlier battles. Fatima's sacrifice had breathed life back into him, confirming the terrifying truth. The monsters were indeed immortal, bound to a dark cycle of sacrifice to a more powerful, supernatural force.
I know why I see those children. Why change?
Is Tabitha actually Miranda? In the gripping 10th episode of Season 3, the narrative takes a deep dive into the lives of Tabitha and Jade as they confront a startling truth about their identities. This revelation sheds light on the erratic behaviors that have puzzled them for so long. Jade confides in Jim, sharing her unsettling experiences of seeing figures from the past, like Civil War soldiers, and even familiar faces like Christopher and Jasper, who seem to appear in places they shouldn't be. Meanwhile, Tabitha has begun to experience what she initially thought were mere visions of Victor's mother, Miranda. However, she soon realizes that these were not just figments of her imagination. She feels Miranda's presence surrounding her. The mystery deepens when Jim deciphers the cryptic dates attached to the papers hanging from the bottle tree. As Jim connects the dots, he deduces that the numbers correspond to musical notes. When Jade picks up Miranda's violin and plays the notes, Jim is struck by a sense of familiarity, as if he has known the melody all along. The tension builds as Jim plays the haunting tune near the bottle tree in the forest, with Tabitha by his side. Suddenly, the enigmatic children reappear, approaching Tabitha and kneeling before her, repeating the word Anghkooye. In a moment of clarity, both Tabitha and Jade grasp the meaning of the word. It signifies remember. This triggers a flood of memories, leading Tabitha to reveal an astonishing truth. She was Miranda in a past life, while Jade uncovers that she once lived as Christopher. The episode culminates in a powerful exploration of identity and the connections that transcend time. Miranda and Christopher embarked on a mission to rescue the children trapped in their original timeline, driven by the heart-wrenching fact that their own daughter was among those in peril. The circumstances surrounding the existence of their child, especially considering Miranda's marriage to Henry in the real world, remain shrouded in mystery for now. However, it becomes clear that their attempts to save the children had ended in failure. This repeated failure is what draws them back to Fromville in every lifetime, fueled by an unwavering determination to rescue the kids from the tower. In this current life, Tabitha and Jade come to a pivotal realization. The responsibility to save the children and shatter the cycle rests on their shoulders. With this newfound understanding, they are resolute in their quest to make a difference in the upcoming season.
What happened?
Okay, slow down, Will.
No, listen to me. I need to change the story, Dad.
What happened to Jim? In the heart of the forest, Julie's heart raced as she recounted her chilling experience to Ethan. She had stumbled upon the ruins, a place steeped in mystery, and what she saw there was beyond comprehension. Ethan, with a furrowed brow, suggested that Julie might be a story walker. He explained that such individuals could traverse the threads of time, witnessing past events without the power to alter them. Yet, Julie's determination burned bright. She was convinced that she could rewrite the past and save their younger brother, Thomas. As the season finale of From unfolded, Julie dashed through the trees, desperate to rescue Jim from the impending doom. Just as she reached him, a figure emerged from the shadows, a man clad in a striking yellow suit. His presence was unsettling, and though his identity remained shrouded in mystery, it was clear he possessed an unsettling power that allowed him to roam freely in the daylight, unlike others. This enigmatic figure seemed to hold the keys to the secrets of the ruins, perhaps even linked to Martin, the man who had been found shackled in the depths of the underground vault. In a shocking twist, the man revealed his intentions, claiming he was punishing Jim for Tabitha's actions. With a swift, brutal motion, he ended Jim's life, leaving Julie paralyzed with horror as she witnessed her father's brutal demise at the hands of this monstrous stranger. So this was the finale of From Season 3. Hope you liked it. Comment us if you did expected something better than that, and every theories for Season 4. We'll bring our theories and prediction for Season 3 soon. So this was for today's folks. See you in our next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.
Here at the beginning, we tried to save those children, set them free.
Oh, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.